got one little cool extra award. This particular student I've already called up here, and it just so happens, and Joshua and I talked about it, it's not always easy decisions, but we try to make it as close to merit-based decisions as we can. And sometimes it's tough calls. Some people have been with us for longer, some people have been with us for less time. But again, in terms of, Joshua was just talking about what an exemplary student is, someone who just comes in, just respectful and focused and trains consistently. This student is all of those things and goes as far as to ask extra questions via email, always is in touch, he's not going to be able to make it to class. Super communicative, super serious about taking training seriously, always very polite in terms of asking questions and aiming to extract as much out of each minute on the mat as possible, which is something that I love. And has only been with us for so long. I'm so excited to see the student next year and how far it comes along. I'm a little bit afraid of it, and that is, again, Mr. Brian Crafton. So I want to he hasn't been here for that long, but he hasn't done it. Like, there's been no blip on like the what a perfect student would do radar. You know, I always look for, no, I'm joking. There just hasn't been one. There just hasn't been a single one. So for me, Brian really exemplifies so much that. This next student, oh man, this is a guy who I feel very fortunate to consider one of my buddies and a friend of mine, somebody I feel very lucky to know. Intelligent, wise in a million different regards. Again, super enthusiastic, just always positive, really eager to learn. Brings positive energy. Again, someone who I can't be in the same room without feeling like oh, I can't see in class. You know, not like I can't feel like that all the time. But even if it's not a class, even if it's just hanging out, just somebody who I just know there's going to be positive energy. There's going to be like, you know, I can't say enough about him. And he also happens to have the perfect radio voice, and that is Mr. Oliver Ford. Not only for his default answer to be you should get insurance for that, which I've heeded on multiple occasions now, but just for raw enthusiasm in jiu-jitsu and being super duper helpful. There's like nothing Oliver doesn't know about. I feel like I've been one of those guys that would text with absurd questions.
Two things. One, he calls himself a YouTube warrior because I don't even really need to watch YouTube anymore because he searches it all the time and then sends stuff to me. And I just get my weekly quota of like jiu-jitsu video instructionals, like the best ones he finds, sends it to me. Second of all, there was one person with me this morning at 6 a.m. drilling, and that was Oliver.
Yeah.
Whoa. 6 a.m.
If I have anything to say about it, he's also going to have a super nasty half guard in like 3 months. So that's just put a little pressure on. This next student, man, again, the whole looking for blips, trying to find the blip. There's just no blip on the what a perfect student would do. Is as involved as you possibly could be in everything that we've done from the class, expanding out the class, opening up different times for classes, helping with stuff outside of the gym, just being super involved, and also, again, just embodying like the sponge, just being the sponge, as much as anybody could ever be a sponge, and someone who I think is going to be super duper formidable as a martial artist in 6 months, never mind a year, someone who I consider to be kind of like, you know, and I don't necessarily throw the term around, but someone who I like to consider a protege at this point in my own martial arts career as an instructor, and someone who we are very lucky to have involved with us, as involved as he is, and that is, yet again, Mr. Sticky Chris Harris.